as we move down this document. The next portion I'd like to point out is biological. So this is just interesting to me. Over the last year, foreign and domestic extremists online expressed interest in using DNA modification. So I've heard this one several times recently. This is a very recent event, and this is something that I've talked about before. When you've used 23andMe, you are giving your DNA to an entity that will then sell that data to foreign and domestic governments or companies like BlackRock, right? Now, what they can do with that DNA, the technology has been devised. Iran has tried this. China has tried this. There's evidence. There's been, I was listening to a senator yesterday talk about on the Sean Ryan podcast how China has been trying to develop a biological weapon that only attacks childbearing age individuals. So here's another example of that in this document where it says, we expect threat actors to continue to explore emerging and advanced technologies to aid their efforts in developing and carrying out chemical and biological attacks. Over the last year, this document says, foreign and domestic extremists online expressed interest in using DNA modification to develop biological weapons to target specific groups. So if you want women between the age of this and this, if you want certain ethnic minorities, if you want certain or majorities, you want a certain gender, you want a certain age group, you want a certain background, whatever it is, you can splice DNA down and see, hey, I want this new COVID, quote unquote, but much more deadly to attack men who are fighting age between the ages of 18 and 45. Decimate the men between 15 to 45. They can do that. And that's what this document's outlining here. So when you're giving your DNA to these organizations, they can even target it down to the individual, right? They could release some massive flu virus and they want to target 15 DNA strands and have it be lethal against 100 people, 150 people. They can manipulate that virus to do that. It also says, we also remain concerned about the potential for threat actors to use unmanned aircraft systems in chemical and biological attacks due to the continued advancement of UAS technology and the growing availability of UAS. So they're saying that people are going to use drones to drop these types of things.